Alright, we've got the Viking Saxon. What we're going to do is we're going to try something they may or may not have done. It's short enough, it's surely short enough, even though it's more of a cutting weapon, that you could have used it in that type of ice pick or rondel grip. So we're going to go ahead and see if that increases my power and if I can make it through, since I wasn't able to earlier. Or at least it didn't appear I was able to because of how wide the blade is and how it abruptly got stopped by the material itself. I made it through, and I would say about a quarter inch into the bottle, I could feel it in the fabric. So yes, there's definitely more power with this thrust, but it didn't actually go through like we would like, into the target. I'm gonna try one more with this one. Oh!
That was better.
Oh, most certainly it was better. If I can get behind our cloth. Still, we were only about an inch. I'd say about an inch. Still only about an inch in, I would say. Pull it out. Kind of show what we got. Cloth takes up some. It's about an inch or so in. All right, we're back with Isaiah Harris's knife. We're going to go ahead and try the same type of thrusting motion with a rondel or rondel grip. And we'll see if we can get a deeper thrust into it, because it does have more power. It's a more powerful thrust. Oof! Wow!
That's incredible.
Now, mind you, it got stopped. But I would say we've made it through fairly deep. I'll try to pull it out and demonstrate. We made it through at least as far as the other one, if not a little bit more, maybe about 2 inches. You do have to take up a little bit from where I pulled it out. So I would say about 2 inches. Made it about 2 inches with it. Not bad at all into the bottle.
Pretty good for a file knife.
Oh, most certainly. Very well, very well. It doesn't get as fat as big, so it's more likely to do it. All right, we're going to try the Scottish Dirk with the rondel grip, or the ice pick grip, like some people call it. And we're going to just try to really power it in there, because I believe that it'll be way better with this kind of force behind it. Oof! Whoa! It veered off for whatever reason as I went in. I guess because it moved with the bottle. But it's actually gone all the way through, pretty much. It's deep. It went way past that false edge. So, in a rondel grip, this blade is way more lethal. As we've proved before in other videos, like our reply to Lindy Page. Okay, we're back with the Landsknecht, or Landsknecht, and we're going to go ahead and drive this home with the rondel grip, or the rondel grip. So let's see what happens. I'm going to give it full force, and it performed better than other blades, really. It was really doing really well, so let's see what happens. Oof! And as I suspected, with more force, we made it all the way to the back of our target, all the way through. I mean, that's into the back of the mannequin, so that's what I was assuming. Sharp blade.
What an insanely good blade.
Yeah, it actually went into the back shell of the mannequin and poked a hole in it. So I'm saying
I think that gives us an idea why the Landsknecht carried those.
Oh, most certainly. This is a good blade. I think it's stout the way it's made. It's just enough profile and distal taper to do its job. Especially they probably were the masters of that, because that's what they wore, was a lot of Gambeson. Okay, the Edgar Castle Dagger. We're going to go ahead and stab with it, and we know that this is a very cute taper at profile and distal. So we're going to go ahead and try that, see what happens. We already know it's going to go in, but let's see how well. Oof. Same thing, we've gone all the way through and out the back. Pretty much, we've got a little dent in the back. But that is just nasty.
Did it feel like you could have kept going if the back hadn't stopped you?
Yes. Because remember, we don't have ballistic shell, we just have a bottle of fluid in it. So. But still,
such an awesome
this
dagger.
Is the resistance. This is our resistance here at 36 level. Okay, we're back with the blade that's very much like a mangoche, or a parrying dagger, later century, a late century dagger. But I mean, this could have been done in any time period made out of good steel. So we'll go ahead and try it out with the same type of grip. It did extremely well. I think it's going to do good again, so let's see what happens. Oof! You could feel the resistance on that. But it went clean through, so we're all the way to the back as well.
Again, I bet that one felt like to keep going as well, right?
Possibly. It actually touched the back. I don't think it actually put a dimple in it, but it actually went to the back. So performed very well. Well, I'm most certainly extremely impressed with all of our daggers today in Dirks. They've performed extremely well. Even our cutters, like the broken back Seax. Isaiah Harris's blade did quite well for a little stout blade that's that broad an edge and that type of taper. The way that's made, it's not exactly ideal for thrusting, but it is capable of doing it with its back flip. Then we've got our Scottish dirk, and it didn't do quite as well on the club grip or the saber grip coming in, but it did great on the Rondel grip, most certainly. All the blades did better on the Rondel grip and performed well enough they could have injured the person through it. Some of them had trouble with the Saber grip they're going through. Like we assumed, because we've tested this before and proven it over and over again, that the Rondel has a lot more power, and that's probably why it was being used, due to the arming doublets and the jacket plates and so on that we spoke of. The Landsknecht did a great job. I mean, this blade, for people who wore flamboyant arming doublets and pantaloons and stuff, they knew what they were doing. They made a good dagger here. This shape works extremely well. Out of all of them, though, I would say that for piercing, I would have to say that the best of all the blades was between the Edinburgh Castle blade, because it causes a big wound, a wide wound as it widens up, and the actual later century, I would say a parrying dagger, something you pair with a rapier, something like a mangoche. It performed very well too, and of course that was designed for the same purposes. But for wounds and what we were going through, I'd have to say, I guess, if there was a winner, it would probably be somewhere between these two blades. This one gets a lot broader, but as you can see, this blade's broad the entire way, and they went in about the same depth. So if you're looking, there's not a very big difference. This one might come ahead on wounding the individual, but this one would definitely be equally bad. This one getting broader does help though, and it seemed to go through just as easily with the taper it's got as it cut through with the angle and everything. It worked perfectly. So I'd say between the two, it's almost a tie. I don't know. What do you think, Eldgrim?
You know, I think the Edinburgh is my favorite, so I'm going to be biased on that answer. I like the Edinburgh.
I like the way this one feels, and it's still cut through the rope. So
yeah, we haven't even tried the rope on the Edinburgh.
No, we haven't. All we did cut through some rolled. Did we do newspaper on it? I can't.
No, we didn't do any newspaper.
No, we just did the head. That's right. This one we just did the head. I was thinking of the short sword. Sorry about that.
That's right. No, but
yeah, sometimes we forget things over time.
You know, but that one deserves a rope test, really.
Oh yeah, we could do that. We could do some other tests with it for cutting too. But it's not designed for cutting. It's designed for thrusting. So it makes sense that it would.
You know which one I think I'd like to see get its own video test? Would be that little late century medieval style dagger, that Renaissance period looking dagger.
That, and I would like to come back and do some more testing on the Sax of other kinds, like cutting into Gambeson, which we're not going to do today, but actually.
Well, let's make that a commitment in the future for those two to get individual videos
cutting
like
with
that.
This one and Gambeson's materials like that, and thrusting with the little late century dagger or dirk, whatever you want to call it, like a parrying dagger.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's commit to that for a future.
I love the design.
That's the one your wife Andy picked out for her very own.
Yes.
She loved it.
Yes, she did.
So yeah, I mean, if everybody wants to see more good content, especially these future episodes we're talking about,
be sure and like and subscribe. Go ahead and tell people about us here on YouTube, the Thrand YouTube channel. You can go by to Thrand and Eldgrim's Well of Remembrance on Facebook and like us there. That's our like page. We link all our new content there, and anything that we find interesting on the net that pertains to our channel or stuff that we think you might like. We also have our Thrand YouTube Boat Crew, which is a closed group on Facebook, and you can go there and request to join because it is a closed group, and we'll most certainly accept you. We have people who are experts in every field of history, even into modern World War II, up to modern weapons. We have people who know all different types of things. So it's quite entertaining and interesting to go there. If you post something, you'll get so much feedback. It's unbelievable. Also, you can help us out through Patreon, www.patreon.com/Thrand. If you want to do monthly donations to improve our channel so we can find Gambeson and stuff for you, and stuff to test on, that helps us out making our gel heads and everything, on obtaining new stuff to test and test with. Also, if you want to donate stuff for us to test, weapons, items, armor, anything you make, if you have a distributor, or let's say you actually just make it by hand, contact us at thanethrand@yahoo.com or thanethrand@gmail.com. You can also donate to us through PayPal with the thanethrand@yahoo.com, because that's also our ID at PayPal if you want to do a one-time donation that's not a monthly charge on a credit card or anything like that. We don't necessarily have to have donations, but they do help us out immensely, and it helps us bring you better content, and we certainly appreciate them. We'll let you know. We'll shout out to people and send special gifts and so on. So I hope you all enjoy our episodes. We try hard to actually be as historically accurate as possible and test stuff out and see why things were made the way they were made and why they were used the way they were used. And I think we've pretty much shown the Rondel and the shapes of the actual blades themselves made a very big difference. Not any of these blades fail, they're just all made for different purposes.
I agree. I really appreciate you, everybody viewing. We're making that march to 20,000 really fast, so keep telling people about us. Keep subscribing.
Help us get up there. Yeah.
And stay tuned for another episode, guys. Farewell.
Bye, man.